Greetings, chummers, Drosvin here, and welcome to Hand of Fate. This is a little indie game that's kind of an action board game, card game hybrid. I had originally wanted to do this as my first game when starting out on doing videos for YouTube, but unfortunately Hand of Fate only has one save file, and I wanted to finish the game before resetting so I could start at the beginning for everyone. But, you know, quite a while ago, I defeated the final boss. Haven't 100%ed the game, but 100%ing the game is very, very difficult. Requires a lot of work, and I'm not entirely certain I'll be doing that at this time through. I will be trying to take everyone through the dealer, and probably show a few runs on Endless. Alright, press A to start.
One more for the game. Come, sit. You have passed the 13 gates. And you come to my table to play the game of life and death. Your stake is wagered. I refuse none who come here. Yet, I say, turn back.
Alright, one moment. Oh, subtitles are on. Okay. I guess he just doesn't do subtitles in the first intro. Alright, let's start the game.
The game begins. One lives and one dies. Let us see what you're made of. Here's
The Jack of Dust.
Of my court. The Jack of Dust. 12 in all must fall before you may challenge me.
The bandit leader is stronger and faster than most bandits encountered. He can come in range, making powerful and blockable attacks. He also inspires his followers to steal gold in each hit. In the ruins of an ancient temple among internally shifting sand dunes lives the mysterious leader of the desert bandits. Infamous for his reign of terror over many spice caravans that dare to take their chances traveling through his domain, he rules as a king over the barren lands. I love the shuffling animation. Oh wow, I didn't realize there
Let
was...
the cards fall where they may. We begin.
Alright, so... Hand of Fate. The golden figure is where I'm at. I begin on the stairs. And I could choose to go there. There are... the encounter... On the bottom left, next to where it says press A to select, you'll see two decks. One is the encounter decks, which has the same backing as the various cards on the board, and the other is the equipment deck. Those are the two. In Hand of Fate, the gear you have does not carry over between dungeon runs. It's kind of a roguelike in that aspect. But you do get to not yet, but you eventually get to customize what the encounter and equipment decks have in them. The other decks we see over near the dealer are the monster deck, the gain deck, the pain deck, and the blessing and curses deck. Blessing and curses don't come into play until later, though. Alright, so, next card. What do we get? The Twisted Canyon.
That first moment, that glinting weapon, the call to action, to adventure. Truly, there is nothing like it.
Alright. You see a weapon glinting in the sunlight, lying next to a skeleton at the bottom of the canyon. The walls of the canyon are covered in thick vines, perfect for climbing. Alright, I can climb down to retrieve it, or I can just leave it. I would like to have a weapon. So let's climb down to retrieve it. The chance card mechanic.
Choose from these options.
Alright, the way the chance card works is it'll 4 cards of any combination of success, huge success, failure, or huge failure. And it'll show you what options you have, flip them over, and shuffle them together. It is not... The animation does have a point. If you're paying attention, you can see which card goes where. I wasn't paying attention to where the failure went because I was planning on explaining, but I did notice that this one here is a success card. Very carefully make your way to the bottom of the canyon. You drew a weapon from the ancient corpse. Draw one weapon card. Ooh, I get an axe, which is significantly better than the rusty axe I have, so I'll equip it.
A moment to savor. That will make you much more effective.
Yep. The Maiden. Oh, I
Fair
love this
Merith.
card.
I'm not surprised to find that this encounter remains vivid in your memories.
Oh yeah, another thing. The encounter cards are drawn from the protagonist's memories. There's a story to be told here, but due to the nature of the game, the story is very disjointed. One day in the shady forest, you encounter an elf maiden. She stops to greet you. I am Marith of the Forest Folk. My people have long helped the mortals of this realm. What boon would you ask of me? I can ask her for a longer life, which will increase my maximum health. Ask for supplies, which will give me food, or ask for gold, which will give me gold. I would like some supplies. This brand will sustain you for many days. The dealer draws you 2 food gain cards.
I'm sure
Alright.
you're grateful for that.
3 food, and 3 food. Remember, mortal, that bold heroes make for great ballads, but survivors think twice before meddling in the affairs of gods and monsters. Yeah, she actually usually gives hints that are very useful. For instance, one of the hints she gave me was what led me to first realize that the chance cards are not just randomized. The animation actually matters. Mr.
I was
Lionel.
never a fan of illusion or pretense. Here, I'll make an exception.
I love this card in the early stages of the game because one piece of equipment that I'm missing that's very, very important is a shield. Whilst enjoying your evening meal at a Logan Tavern, a strange old man takes the seat next to yours. He taps your shoulder quite painfully with his wooden staff to get your attention, and you notice that he appears to be a goblin poorly disguised as a human. His wizened face grins at you with a hint of madness. My name is Mr. Lionel. If you give me what I need, boy, I'll conjure up your heart's desire with this wizarding wand of my own creation. He cackles uncontrollably for a few minutes, and sits patiently waiting for your answer. Now, what's great about this one is the way it works is you pay him a payment. Either give him bread from your plate, which costs you 1 of food, 20 gold, which is of course 20 gold. Ask him what he needs, or you can just ignore him to just pass the card by. But if you do one of the first 3, he'll take his payment, and then if you don't have a shield, he'll give you a shield. Otherwise, he'll give you a goblin gift, which could be a number of things. It could send you to a random space, it could give you a food gain card, it could give you a weapon. But ask him what he needs. That is a very good option. If you don't have a shield, this will get you a shield. Do not pick this option if you have a shield, though, because he will take your shield as a cost or his goblin gift. I need to help you. Mr. Lionel taps his staff on the ground as a shield materializes at your feet. There you go, old bean. He smiles a warm grin that reveals all his chipped and yellow teeth. Your face reminds me of my son. I haven't met him before, have I? I haven't met you before, have I? Draw 1 shield card. Shield. And that's telling you how shields work. You can reflect them and counter. Very important.
You can now reflect your opponent's ranged attacks using your shield. Make good use of this skill if you wish to survive.
Alright. And the last card of the floor is the exit.
Bound once more, seeking the heart of it all.
Now, it's not necessarily always the last one. If it's a linear floor like this one was, it will be the last one. But floors that are less linear, it could be any number of different cards. But there's always an exit, unless you're on the boss floor. Then you have to fight the boss. But let's go down to the next floor. You discovered an exit to this area. I can take the stairs, or can turn back if I wish to explore the floor I'm on at the moment. But I have explored all of the floor, so let's take the stairs down. You embark on the next leg of your adventure.
You're on the final floor of our simple map. Your opponent waits here for you. Find him.
Oh really? We're already at Jack.
Defeat me. Well, it is early to be talking about victories and losses. Let us see what you're made of.
Wow, I didn't realize the Jack of Dust floor, the Jack of Dust dungeon was this short. Ambush.
What did you think would happen with a card called Ambush, eh?
Get into some combat. A slight rustling behind you is all the warning you get that your life is in grave danger. Draw one monster card. The Two of Dust, which means I'll be fighting two bandits. There are four main monster suits: Skulls, Plague, and Scale, which are bandits, skeletons, ratmen, and lizardmen. But we don't have to worry about the rest until later. At the moment, we're just dealing with the Suit of Dust.
Counter your opponent's attacks. Hit the counter button when you see the flashing indicator.
Okay. Like that. And swing, and swing, and swing, and swing, and swing, and swing. I can also shield bash. And a win. Alright, while searching the area for anything worth salvaging, you realize that one of your opponents is the one pretending to be dead. Well, I'm going to sneak up and kill him. Alright, and on this one, it's good to pay attention to where the failure goes. Failure's right here, so I'll pick this one. A quick weapon blow to the head fixes that. You finish searching the area. The dealer draws you 3 gain cards. Draw one piece of equipment. I get a sword,
the most fundamental symbol of might for an age.
Which is worse than the axe, so no, I will not equip the sword.
Is that what you're going to do?
Gain 3 units of food, and 30 pieces of gold. Let's see, I can go there, or I can go here. Dead Man's Gorge.
I'm sure it's not called Dead Man's Gorge without reason.
It's another fight one. And in later game, this is not a very pleasant card. Right now, though, it should be easy. The Court of Dust is really easy to take on. Because they don't have shields or anything. They don't even have ranged attacks. Though they do become slightly more dangerous later. The dealer draws you 3 gain cards. Piece of equipment, which is another sword.
Great men wield great swords. Swords of myth and legend. For you, this will suffice.
Yeah, the dealer insults you a lot. Would you like to equip the sword? No. 3 more units of food. 24 more pieces of gold. Alright, so I can either go here and check that one to the left, or I can go to this one on the right. Ooh, shop! I can buy things. Even though the equipment deck doesn't have anything worth buying in it yet, really.
If you were wondering why you've been collecting all that gold, you now have your answer. We're starting to get into the meat of the game now. The back and forth between resources and rewards.
Alright, so the shops, you can buy items, sell items, heal wounds, and buy food. there are various different kinds of shops which offer different services. Ooh, I can get Damocles, an axe, an explorer's helmet. I think I can get Damocles. This is an artifact item, which artifacts you can push the right bumper button to get an effect. This one is to throw knives in the 8 cardinal directions. The thing about artifacts is they have limited uses. On Damocles here you'll see the number 9, which means there are 9 uses before the artifact is exhausted. Exhausted artifacts are discarded after the end of combat. I'll buy this.
A classical approach to dealing with crowds. Artifacts provide powerful special abilities to use in combat, but it takes time to ready them.
And sure, it's
Small aid to navigation, but still.
And anything I could sell these swords. I don't need the gold, but hey, why not? Alright, time to leave the shop. Alright, next card on the table is Jack of Dust.
You have reached my first champion. A good man driven to madness by a war that took all from him. Wife and child, kith and kin. From such dark and brittle iron I forged my tools. Now we see your metal.
Alright. The Jack of Dust.
This token will unlock more cards if you can defeat this encounter.
Oh yeah, that's right. Jack of Dust is worth 3 tokens. Oh yeah, the little golden sun symbol down there on the bottom means there's a token to win if you can successfully complete the challenge of the card. Some tokens are a little obtuse to get though, but we can get into that later. For now, let's fight the Jack of Dust. And he comes with a 4 of dust. All bosses have minions with them.
Some enemy attacks cannot be blocked or countered. Get out of the way or stop them with your own counterattack.
So yeah, if I see the red symbol like that, there's Damocles. Oh, I got hit. Yeah, it's always a good idea to dodge away from boss enemies, because that happens. Oh. Well, this guy. Or I can get hit. I'm good at this game, seriously. I know how to fight. And when you defeat a boss, and all of the minions, they drop a card.
Down into the worms with him. Perhaps there is peace for him in the grave, poor soul. One champion has been sent to the cabinet. Yet we are only at the start of our road. You will face 11 more opponents who will test your strength, your memories, and your resolve. Few fall at the first hurdle. None reach the last. We have wagered, and you have won. You may claim your rewards, yet I will also claim mine. As you improve, so do I. Balance must be retained.
Alright, so now we get to what the tokens are about. Tokens, this is a card game. So tokens are your booster packs. They provide you with new cards. As reward for defeating the Bandit Jack, you receive these new cards. The Jack of Skulls, our next opponent. the Dead King's Hall, Local Peasant, the Devil's Choice, a River, and Captain of the Guards. Ooh, some new equipment cards. Medium Armor, Chains of Range, Mercenary Contract, Medium Armor, Fortitude's Breath, and Desperate Measures. I like that Fortitude's Breath shield. It's a really nice shield. And a couple more encounter cards. Bandit Attack. Oh yeah, that little lock on symbol on top means I can't get rid of that card until something happens. Until I fulfill the conditions that allow me to unlock the card. So that'll be stuck in the encounter deck until I can unlock it. Maze of Traps and Goblins. I don't remember Bandit Attack, but Maze of Traps and Goblins are pretty okay cards. Annoying at times, but they're okay cards.
Shall we deal again?
And not yet, Mr. Dealer. Alright, that'll be it for this episode. And if you liked if you enjoyed the video, please leave a like. And next time we'll be facing the Jack of Skulls. Take care.